So welcome to the Digital Den. I'm your host today, Luke Erhardt, and today I'm joined by Miss Clyde. Let's give it up for Miss Clyde. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely.
So if you don't mind, would you please introduce yourself and just let the viewers know what your position is at the school now?
Absolutely. I am Cindy Clyde, and I am the college and career coach. And this year, they moved this position as a district position, but I'm fortunate to be able to be housed at the high school. But I love their vision. They want to do this K through 12 to help students at a young age all the way through high school. Just what do you want to do with your future, and how can we get you there?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So how has the year gone for you so far?
Well, it has been a whirlwind. So I am new at the high school, so I didn't even know where my office was. So I had to learn where that was, and then just to try to find my way around, and seeing so many new faces to me, just trying to learn some of the faces and names. So, and then being able the opportunity just to listen and learn. What are we doing here? What are some of the things we've done? So it has been busy. It has been a whirlwind, but so excited.
So have you settled in yet with the school and getting to know everybody yet? Or are you still learning people's names and
Oh, goodness
getting
gracious.
comfortable?
There is 1,000 students here. I am still definitely settling in, but it's been good.
That's good. That's good. So if you don't mind, would you tell us just a little bit about yourself outside of school and stuff you enjoy to do, family?
Absolutely. So I have been in education. This is my 16th year, and I was in Lexington, Kentucky. That's where I started my journey in education. And last summer, I got married, and I moved out towards the Louisville area. And I have, of course, my husband. I have 2 children of my own. One just graduated University of Louisville and is in North Carolina getting her master's. I have a son who is at U of L. He's getting a degree in engineering. And then I have 2 incredible stepchildren. One is at U of L getting her master's, and the other is out in Nevada.
Wow.
He is in ministry doing stuff with college students. So a very wonderful family, and love to do things like hiking. I'm an outdoors person. So
Yeah, sounds awesome.
yeah.
So you mentioned Lexington first.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind going through your career path and how you got to Spencer County and the job you're at right now.
Absolutely. So when I was in high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I don't know how many of you feel that way sometimes. Like, I think I like this. So I got a degree in business, and I worked in the business world, and I did a lot of market research. So, for example, McDonald's said, we want to do a new product. I remember one of their products was, it was like a peanut butter and jelly crustless sandwich. And they thought, kids like that, right? So let's put that in McDonald's. Have you ever had that?
I have
at
not
McDonald's?
had that.
That's
Oh, man.
because it failed. So that was my job, was to do some of that research and to find out, like, would these products actually make it? If so we would test those things out. So I did that for many years, loved it, moved on to work at my church where I could do missions work, and I really was noticing this passion in me that I love to support other people. I wanted to build them up. I wanted them to see the value that they had and what they were good at. So when I stayed at home for a little while with my kiddos, I had the opportunity to look at a different career. I went back to school, and I got my master's in secondary education. And in Lexington, I taught business classes, ran a school store, absolutely loved that, and then started looking for opportunities to impact at an even greater level. So when I got married and moved out here, Spencer County was on my radar, just because of the reputation that Spencer County has. So I was able to work as a principal for 1 year, and then when this position opened up, I was like, oh, this is it. This is my passion. I want to work with students to let them know, hey, you've got good things in you, and you can follow your dreams. Let's help you get there.
Yeah, so like you said, you had a career change. So back in high school, what was your plans on after school?
So I didn't know, sometimes you watch TV and you're like, oh, that looks pretty interesting, right? So FBI agent. I was like that. And a lot of people that, as they get to know me, they're like, you wanted to be an FBI agent? Because I don't come across that way. And I was like, oh, I love the excitement of it. I wanted to do different things. I knew I didn't want to sit at a desk all day. So I called a local FBI agent because I'm going to age myself. Didn't have the internet back then. So I called the FBI and I'm like, what do you all do? And they said, well, honestly, we do a lot of evidence collecting and a lot of report writing. Well, I knew I wasn't passionate about writing. So I instantly marked that off my list. Mm-hmm. So there was a lot of things, I want to be the president of the United States. Don't want to do that anymore. So I had a lot of exploring to do because I just wasn't sure.
Yeah. I asked that question because you see that a lot. A lot of students have a plan. That plan soon changes even in college or years down the road.
It does.
So it just shows that you have experience with that to help them help figure out the best career for their needs and wants and interests and stuff like that.
That's absolutely right. It's okay to change. It's okay to have experiences and grow from that and change through that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So in this first month of school, what's really stuck out to you about this school and the students that you've been around?
Oh my gosh. It is amazing to me, the community feel, the respect that the students have, how hard they work, the family that is here. I have been beyond impressed and just grateful that I can be a part of something like that.
Yeah, it definitely helps having one high school in the county. We hear that a lot on here, talking about how great the community is because it's all surrounded basically around the high school.
You all don't maybe even know what a blessing that you guys have with that. So yeah. I appreciate that.
So you're handling the co-op this year. So this year they've enforced a lot more new rules than they have with the COVID years and everything. Could you tell the students and the parents who are watching just some information about that they might want to know?
Absolutely. So I've run co-op programs before, and the state does have a lot of regulations with that. But one of the biggest things that they want students to be able to do is after they're taking their pathway classes is to be able to do something hands-on, to be able to go to work. It's called work-based learning. So they can actually leave campus and work at a place to kind of enforce some of the things they've learned in the classroom, along with learning skills of how do I communicate with people? I really do need to show up on time, don't I? I've got to turn in my work when there's a due date. Teamwork. So there's a lot of things students can learn from that. So some of the things that we were instituting and implementing this year, some of the paperwork to say, very basically, I allow my student to leave campus. It's okay. The state then might say a student isn't in school, so what are they doing? Because by law, you have to be in school a certain number of hours. So we say they're working, so we have the proof with that. So the new things that the students have to do if you're in co-op, you're a parent of a co-op student, there is a grade that goes with that, and you can earn anywhere from 1 to 3 credit hours in co-op, depending on which co-op you are in. So we're asking students to turn in their hours, just to show that they're working and they're replacing hours that they're missing in school with their work. We're going to ask them to do a self-reflection once a quarter. How's it going? It's going terrible. I'm having a real hard time communicating with my employer. Okay, that's good to know. That just reflect. Or, hey, this is fantastic. I'm learning so much. And then, of course, another grade's going to be the evaluation from their employer. So co-op, in my opinion, is such an incredible opportunity. I wish a lot of kids could do it. But even this podcast, this is like a co-op. This is work-based learning. You're doing it on the fly. You're learning so much about it. So if you have any questions on co-op or, you see your grade that's not, as high as you want it to be, those are just the few simple things to turn in, and we're always here to help you with that.
Yeah. So I understand one of the businesses we work with is UPS. So could you explain a little bit about our partnership with them and any other companies that we have partnered with?
Yes, and I jotted some notes down because being new in this role, I was amazed, some of the partners that we have had and the ones that we are creating. So UPS, what an incredible opportunity. Students go to school at their high school, 1 to 3 classes. They leave, they go work 3 to 5 hours a day, making $21 an hour. That is incredible. And while they're at UPS, 1 to 2 nights a week, they actually take a college class where they get college credit and high school credit paid for. So they'll take one in the fall and one in the spring. So they leave that program with 6 college credit hours through UPS. So I highly recommend that. The deadline just passed for them. They're doing a mid-year hiring. But juniors for next year, if that is something you're interested in, and the cool thing about UPS, Once you're done, you can stay on, and you can join a program called the Metropolitan College, where they will allow you to go to school, JCTC, U of L. They will pay you to go to school. You'll work and get paid, and your tuition is free.
Wow.
It's incredible. I mean, how many places are going to say, we're going to pay you and we're going to pay for your college? So great opportunity. I do want to share and shout out to some of the partners that we have. Our health science pathway, Norton's has been an incredible partner with us. And so I jotted some notes down because I didn't want to forget some of the opportunities that they have. One of the things that you can do in the Norton co-op, you can be a nurse aide, hands-on, doing it, what you've learned in class. You can work in imaging, so if they do x-rays, things like that. The biomed lab, you can be a receptionist inside a doctor's office. So great opportunities there. One that has been all over the Spencer County News is we have just partnered with our local government. And so we're getting interest right now from students. We're looking for students who are interested in working in the judge's office or at the parks or at the kennel or the road department. I've already got a ton of interest that we're going to send off for interviews. So we are so grateful for that partnership, because what a way to learn about our community and serve in our community in a potential career someday. The last one that I want to do a shout out to is our very own school district. They are hiring students right now. They're hiring them to work in the cafeteria, to do custodial work. What else am I missing? Bus monitor. We also have students that are in the elementary and middle schools from the education pathway. We're hoping to add students to be able to work in information technology with computers, maintenance, things like that. So we have a lot of incredible partners that allow our students these opportunities to co-op.
Yeah, for sure, because I don't really co-op at all during the day. So me and Mr. Phillips been working here at the school. So it's a great opportunity for all students, getting around to everybody, making sure everybody gets a chance.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that.
It's awesome. So our college and career fair is coming up next Wednesday, September 20th. Can you let everyone know what they can expect and all the details for that?
Absolutely. Again, these are great questions. So we have invited a lot of different representatives to come, and a lot of times we call it a college fair, but it's so much more than that. So we have trades coming in, pipe fitters, HVAC, welding, things like that for students who are really good with working with their hands. We have the military coming in, the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, the National Guard, and I don't want to miss those, Marines. They will be here. We have junior and community colleges coming in like JCTC, BCTC, fabulous programs. I highly, highly recommend considering those. Even if you're looking to go into a four-year college, we'll have four-year colleges. So Wednesday, September 20th, the way that they have it scheduled, during fifth period is when seniors will be invited to go down. So if you are in a co-op program, we ask that you let your employer know that you don't want to miss out on this opportunity to be able to meet so many different representatives that you can ask questions to. So during fifth period, seniors will go down there, and during sixth period, juniors will have the opportunity to go down there and meet and talk with these reps. We'll have the maps for you and the list of all of them, because there's about 50, and we'll have sample questions for you just in case you're not sure what to say when you walk up to a table. So we'll have those questions written out if you're not sure what to ask with that. So we're excited about it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I've been told that this program covers a lot of different areas. What are some projects that you're currently working on?
Okay, so I did have to jot notes down, because only being a month into this, and I have a lot of people saying, we want this, we'd like this, can you help us with this? So I'll give you a couple things that I am working on. One, Wednesdays we have an advisory period, and every day we have advisory, but I'm working with the Wednesday ones where we can work with an ILP. That's the individual learning plan. That is, what do you want to do with your life? How do I get there? Once I kind of have an idea, what do I do next? So developing different lessons for that Wednesday, we're getting better at it. So stay with us as we're working through all those things. But we want to look at career exploration, We want to look at soft skills, financial literacy, one of my favorite topics, financial literacy and money. We will do some typing. I always say typing is not exciting, but it is a great skill, a great skill to have. I'm also going to continue to work on partnership development, like when we partnered with our county government. So I'm going to get out there and continue to look at different partnerships for different reasons, that we can connect with them and not just with co-ops. I'm going to be working on tracking. How are students doing with being ready for college or being ready for a career? You've heard the term college and career ready. We want to know, are you really ready when you leave here to really take that next step? Do you feel confident and competent in those things? So I'm going to be tracking kind of that data. And if a student, say you were really struggling with that and you were not yet there, we want to be able to pull you and say, hey, we're here to support. Let's look at what we can do for you. Of course, we're planning events. We have the college fair. We're going to have a job expo in the spring for those of you that want to go right into a job. Like UPS will be there. We'll have different organizations there. Freshmen, we have the Kia bus, October 25th, 26th, and 27th. So I'm working on events like that. I'm going to be working with the middle school. We're looking at more alignment with the middle school students. They don't know what they want to do. They come to high school and they have to pick a pathway. They don't know. So we're looking at some alignment opportunities for them to have some hands-on experience. So I've been working with the middle school on that. I've been working with our incredible CTE teachers, our the ag program, the engineering program, and I don't want to miss anybody, culinary. I mean, all of those programs. I've been talking with them, getting their input on, hey, if you could do something in your program that you haven't been able to do, what do you want? What can we do with this? I've been communicating with post-secondary colleges, our articulation agreements. Man, if you pass a CTE end of course program test, some colleges will actually give you college credit for that. So we want to be able to give communication out. So there's just that is just some of what I am dabbling in and feeling just the whirlwind of stuff. And always would love feedback from students and things that they would want from it too.
Yeah. So you kind of went shortly into it a little bit, but what are some goals that you have in your first year for the students?
Whew. So
I'm sure there's a lot, but
there is, because there's a lot that I want to do to support students. But one of the things that I really want students to realize this year is that you really can follow the dreams that you want. But if you're not quite sure what it is that your dream is, then we want to help you kind of begin to discover what gets you excited. When you think about it, what makes you smile? Like, do you like working with animals? And when you think about that, that makes you smile. Well, let's look into opportunities with that. And then also students really taking a front row seat on their choices that they make. Get involved, get experiences, go shadow at a job, get online and look up some stuff, go call somebody and ask them about it, get involved in a club at school. These are just things that you can do to really begin to understand, would I really like this? You know, I thought I wanted to be an FBI agent. It just sounded really cool. Mm-hmm. But when I learned more about it, I began to realize, you know what, this really isn't the right fit for me and who I was made to be. So I just want to encourage students, you know, when we do the Wednesday advisory stuff, take those things seriously, really look into that. And then beyond that, I just want to be there as a support as we continue to build opportunities for students.
Yeah. So how can students and parents kind of keep up with the information that you put out?
That's a great question, because being new here, that I was kind of trying to figure that out myself, where all the communication stuff is. So right now, one of the places that they can find stuff, just go to our website, the Spencer County High School website, under student resources. There is a link for every grade level. I haven't got onto it yet, but I'm going to work on that so that we can have links for things like when we have colleges come visit. We want you to register for that. That link will be on there. Right now, you can also, seniors, and juniors, I've been putting stuff on your Google Classrooms. So students, make sure you're looking at your Google Classrooms for information. Let me see where else. Oh, they can definitely stop by our office at any time. But parents, right now, I think the best place for you is going on the website and going to student resources and going into the grade level slide decks, and I will be adding information on there for them to get that. And then from there, we'll continue to grow that. I have a committee, and we're going to be working on some of those communication things as well.
Yeah, so we're just getting started. So
Yes.
Things can only go up from here, right?
That's right. That's right.
All right, so finally, is there any other information you'd like to tell the viewers, or any kind of news or requests you have for the parents or the students?
Yes. One, I just want to thank you all for all the support and how you support your own students. One of the things that is so important for us is the partnerships. So if there is a teacher here that has a spouse that works at a place, that they would be willing to partner with us, and it can be you want us to do a tour of your facility, or you're willing to mentor somebody, or you can actually take on a co-op student, or parents. Do you have a place where you work that you think would really want to be involved with us and partner with us to support students so that they can have these experiences? Community, community that might not be directly connected with our schools. We would love to partner with you, and I hope that you'll reach out to me. I am going to, with everything that I'm doing, my goal is to get out there and to meet you, and so reach out to me too. And I would be happy to sit down with you and just look at ways that we can help your business, and that our students can also gain from that experience as well. So that would be the big thing, is this partnerships that we want to build.
Yeah, a lot of great information. So thank you for coming on the show. This isn't just for the viewers, it's just for us too, because I didn't know a whole lot about you coming in your new position since you're new this year. So thank you a lot for coming on here and teaching all of us and giving us some more information that we didn't know.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time, and you did incredible with the interview, and I do hope it was helpful. But thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share.
Thank you. So to our viewers, don't forget to follow us on the socials. We got Instagram at digitaldin.schs, and then on YouTube at schs Digital Den. That's all we got for you today. Please join us again next time when we interview Mr. Phillips for the weekly newsletter later in the week. We thank you for joining us, and we'll see you later.